Xset has been a extremely powerful respawn team. Obviously, domination respawn mode. I could see them taking this one in a pretty dominant fashion. It's really going to depend on how well Nova is able to perform. They have talked about how domination is not really their strongest mode, but they did do a lot of preparation leading up to today's matches to hopefully just kind of close the gaps, and we'll see how they do perform here.
Yeah, we see Silva play the top of Grandma's to perfection as he's able to get the first blood, and just like that, so many players on the B flag, but it actually turns into disaster as a massive feed comes in for Nova. Neither team wants to use their trophy systems at all, and so many deaths to explosions. Surprising to see such a simple play to counter that not come in for either team, and really botched opportunity for both, if you ask me.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of the things Nova said they planned to do coming into domination rounds was be a little bit more patient, avoid overextending, slow down the match, really dictate the pace of the games, and just take those longer range fights where they do feel a little bit more confident. And right now I'm not entirely seeing that. We're just seeing a lot of mayhem on the B side, and again, without any trophies, which is typically common sense. You just throw down a trophy and go on, but for some reason they're, I think, panicking and just going on B. But here we go. We got Xset with the trophy. As you can see, the defense trying to get a B cap here. Also fighting a Nova player, unable to connect on shots. The smoke is going to disappear, and Saxy is going to get the kill right there.
Yeah, Saxy with a little bit of a slow start, but coming in a major way right there. He's been able to pick up 3 kills recently, and it will be 2 players on the B site for Xset. But once again, no trophy system. I don't know if it's that they've already used it or they're just not thinking of it at all, but due to the lack of trophy systems, neither team able to take the B flag except hopping back on. We actually see Deathly's, who has not been great for Xset so far, doing pretty well with 7 kills on the board through the first half of the game. We see the trophy systems coming in, but it is all Xset in the kill feed. No B cap coming in for Nova Esports. This could be catastrophic, especially with Yuna getting that Annihilator called in.
Yeah, absolutely. Right now, Xset is completely dictating the pace of the match, which is the complete opposite of what Nova did intend to do. As Nova said, they just don't want to be late to the score streaks, because score streaks do play such a large part inside of domination. And right now it looks like Deathly's will be getting a pretty insane amount of kills. And if you're wondering what they're doing while they're getting kills, we're going to go ahead and hop into a Xperia dial-in with Xset right now.
I got shot. Core tag.
Nice.
Middle.
Oh, they're gonna cap.
Yeah.
Nice.
No,
two more.
Try to recap.
Damn, dude. Nice. Good stuff.
Go. Going Awa right now.
Awa. One Awa. Dead.
Come monkey. There's 2 top monkey.
Oh, come back.
One more.
I have a friend.
Okay. Good. There's 2-1.
Where?
Where?
Nice.
Go.
Nice. Go.
Dead.
Take 10.
Somebody. Oh, look at it.
He's dead. Oh, another annihilator.
Deli. Shotgun.
Okay. Don't let him get into the spawn.
They're not.
Statue. One statue, guys.
Statue.
Middle white truck.
Nice.
2-1-B.
Middle white truck.
We're flipping.
Middle right truck is 1 shot.
4. Get C. Easy C cap, baby. Good stuff, Silva.
Deli.
I got a trophy.
Nice.
Middle white box.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
that was
Damn it, bro. Right before.
I have all my streaks, guys.
We're fine.
Alright, good shit.
All of it?
I have my Annihilator ready.
Yeah, I have all of it.
holy shit.
Baby.
So you can hear both the entire team really pretty cool, calm, and collected. Even though things started to go south a little bit, we saw Nova Esports able to turn that one around. It looked like Xset was pretty well in control, but after getting the B cap, they were able to protect it for the entire rest of the round. Now a 76-72 lead for Nova Esports. Are they going to be able to keep this up?
I don't know. It's definitely going to be really close here. I really like the comms from Xset right there. Very clear, very concise, unlike some of the teams that we've heard in the past. which we will definitely talk about a little bit more in the broadcast as the teams do play. But right now in this match, really like what Xset is doing. The team is pretty consistent with the kills across the board. Moralto, the only one kind of struggling, but even then with 7 kills, which is a solid amount. In terms of the side of Nova, everyone is extremely consistent right now. It just seems like they're having a little bit more of a problem addressing Xset's aggression.
Yeah, it is definitely nice to see this tight of a game with so much on the line. Even though this is not an elimination game for either team, staying in that upper bracket is such an advantage, and we actually see Deathly's, who's having his first really big game of the tournament, calling in the Pred Missile, gets the double kill right there. That's going to be big for Xset as they look to finish off this B cap. They've got somebody on there with Yuna laying down shots through building, gets the frag right there. That should allow them to close out the cap, but nobody on the site with a cluster on the way in for Nova. Played very, very well, but with an advanced UAV on the way in for Xset, more than likely that's going to make it that much easier for them to start getting the frags with Impulsive inside of a Goliath. Eventually the cluster strikes will run out, and then it's a question of whether or not Nova is able to survive the push from Xset.
Yeah, and if I'm Impulsive right now, obviously go ahead and stick A and then just hide it out with the XS1. Try to maintain that as long as you possibly can, because obviously that could be the difference maker. Right now, he doesn't have to frag out too much. Kills won't mean too much. Really just trying to play that defensive role. As you can see right now, they currently have the triple cap, while Nova is trying to get C back.
Yeah, more than likely we'll probably see him. Oh, I was expecting him to go top of blue, but he's actually rotating all the way through the map, I believe in the back of Grandma's. Or no, he's on broken wall, so wide out in the open, pretty exposed. Yuna makes the same mistake, gets taken out by the Pred Missile from Lewis. Most of the time, you'd like to see these teams value their Goliaths a little bit more. Putting it wide out in the open just makes it so susceptible to so many different things. Taxi still alive in his Goliath, Lewis alive as well. We may see a retake over on B, as we do have the FHJ from Moralto destroying one of the Goliaths, but with a couple still alive, we could still see Nova cause some issues, but the constant cluster strike over on that B flag is going to make it tough for them to make any type of a push.
Yeah, I like the space of the cluster strike as well. They're just constantly able to maintain control on B. And one thing I don't like, though, is how basically everyone is calling in their XS1s at the exact same time. The thing about the XS1 is the mobility is just really bad, so that does allow the other team to be able to reverse and get your home flag, which is never what you want. And then obviously, XS1s are just very countered by any kind of explosives, and if you don't have teammates able to throw down those trophy systems to protect you, then that's just not good for you.
Yeah, it's going to be too little too late for Nova, not able to get the B cap, and at this point they would need a triple cap anyway. Even though they were able to muster some really good effort toward the beginning,